first off, let's start off with who you are, where you're from, and how you got your start in music.
Whipping this up in 15 minutes is pretty great. made that look easy as hell.
All right, I am Kevin, aka Afrikano. Uh, Born in Ghana, raised in Charlotte, and started making music in college. I think almost 10 years ago. I would have started earlier, but I did not have a laptop at the time, so I had to raise a little bit of money to get that. But yeah, I mainly started because I was listening to Selection a lot in high school. Stuff like early stuff from Carmack, K Tronada, Sango, the Smino era with Monty Booker and everything. So that really inspired me to start making beats of my own because I love that sound so much. But again, didn't have a laptop. So that summer I worked like nonstop to save up for a laptop, get myself FL Studio, and then I just started from there.
That's Aaliyah, right?
Yep.
I love when you use Aaliyah.
Yep.
Oh, she's the perfect sample.
So this would be an idea of something like I'll make in like 10 to 15 minutes. And then I'll just be playing this on loop. Then seeing what I would add to it or what I would remove.
What would have been your favorite things about creating music?
My favorite thing, simply put, is just making something that I love to hear. It can really just be anything. And usually it starts from hearing like a sample. Like, especially back when I was in high school, I used to listen to a lot of different types of music, jazz, R&B, a lot of stuff that I didn't traditionally grow up on being African, because mostly you grow up on Afro beats and gospel music, but like R&B, jazz and everything is like an era I kind of missed out on. So I would love digging for old R&B records like that and hearing a sample, especially like maybe it's like a 702 sample or a black sample or something like that. And just imagining what else it could be really inspires my sound to make something different.
Niggas, the top 5 lister, double S drifter, separate sipping, and you know I came with it. If she cute with her lips shut and tits like missiles. Act right, you can get a Nissan Sentra, nickel 9 gripper for all you jack rippers. The driver inside got a license, they get you. I'm about the pot and get your top round licked up. We survive shit, you can only catch a.
I wanted something with the same swing as this beat. Not necessarily the same thing, because Knowledge, they got a lot of fire. Knowledge and Anderson Fire. With no words, they got a lot of fire. But I love this type of sound. But this was just my first attempt at something similar to it. And it sounds like this. But yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
You say Selection inspired your sound.
Yeah, I would definitely say it.
What are some unique things that you got from Selection and how they make their music?
Selection has an extremely wide range of music and sound. So you can listen to one show and get a lot of soul and R&B, slow jams. You can listen to one show and get a lot of Afro beats. Now I'm a piano. Before it was like baile funk, house, deep house. Like just a lot of different sounds and palettes. So it doesn't really just have one sound. It's just a combination of a lot of different sounds, both old and new. And stuff that I never really heard before growing up, you know, being Ghanaian. Typically you only hear like either Afro beats, high life, and then just like whatever's popular while we were growing up. So I had never really heard like all the other genres. But the more I was hearing it, I was like, this sounds different, especially Violet film. So that's primarily what I would describe the sound is, just an amalgamation of this both old and new soulful stuff.
Level 50 on that bitch like, oh, hi. I get so high from the camera, so I'm smart. I said,
So can you walk me through the typical process for creating a beat? You told me that it's usually you just feel it and you get up.
The process is there is no process. Sometimes I'll just wake up and I just feel like making something. I don't even know what I'm about to make. I just feel like making something. It's kind of the feeling where you feel like almost like with food, for example. Like you're craving something, but you don't know what you're craving. It's kind of the same way with beats. It's like I want to make something, but I don't even know what it is yet. So then I'll go to my laptop. I'll start digging for samples. I'll start listening to music, seeing like what type of sound or palette that I'm gonna try to lean into, and then I just go from there. So I wish I had a process, but honestly, it's just whenever that feeling I get comes that I want to create, that's where I try to lock in and then try to make something.
Spin some tunes. Is what the cool kids are saying.
Slight intellect, shy with a vibe, but I'm sliding to it. You blessed over stays purpose, what you bring. Stroking like violin, sweet when you sing, harmonics when I'm in. Back to my time with you, I wanna free to learn. Hold me, take me, never release me. And you only squeeze me, never release me. Once I'm running towards that liquor. You wanna heal, you gotta feel the God. Oh girl, love me, looking at you for me, Instagram with my line with. I swear you got me, see. At the private party, you and your girl in the apartment. We stay friends in Miami, we made love in Argentina. We stay friends in Miami, we made love in Argentina.
Yeah, working that stick out the back of the truck, get feisty. Tired of that fake like a Gucci man, nigga went broke, and I made him icy. I give a fuck who like me, go walk it off, my nigga go hiking. Purple track out with the yellow and bros, I catch him on play like a Viking. Run on her neck, looking for pussy, man, one in the head on my rifle. It's hoes in it, yeah, she gon' sit on her, she tryna show that she like me. I went in a row, cut a nigga neck, got swag, and knocked on her titan. I'm on her name out, chewing me up, I made a new flavor with giant.
So since the last time we spoke, you've had two new performances now? You've had
Yep.
Two DJ performances?
Yep.
That's pretty fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, why don't you tell me about them?
So the first of the two I did was thanks to DJ Ivan. I did that at Para. And I came to one of his events that he just started doing called For Music Lovers. And it was another guest DJ, Seabird Gold. And I really liked the vibe of the event. And then he straight up asked me, he was like, yo, you want to do the next one? And I was like, oh yeah, for sure. The old me, however, would have been a lot more apprehensive at this because last year was really my year of, I guess, getting my feet wet with DJing. Because for the longest time, the way I saw DJing was just something completely different from producing. Because obviously, like, I love producing, I love making beats, but like DJing, I never really saw myself doing. Like being in front of people playing music, and I'm not really sure why, but it just didn't click to me. First ever show I did, kind of threw me out there so I could get my feet wet, and that was a good experience. My nerves were at an all-time high, but afterwards I was like, oh, I actually did that. Like I actually did it, and that was different. That was fun. And what I realized was the most fun DJing was just picking out music I love to hear, and also picking out my own music that I produce myself, and learning how to mix my own music. And that's been the most fun part. So when Ivan reached out and said, he wants it to be, kind of the same vibe, like R&B, Afro beats, I'm piano, everything, kind of like all the stuff I already make. And he said I could just go crazy. I was like, well, why not? So I feel like I've grown since my first show I did in the summer. But the last two I did, I definitely saw the growth because I was way more comfortable DJing. I was way more creative with the way my set was going, with the transitions and everything. And it felt like I almost was in a flow state, which was surprising to me. But it really, the simplest way I had it made for me was really just focusing on the music I love to hear and just bringing that to the audience, and not overthinking that, because I love music. I love listening to music. I love making music, of course. But I think at the time I was overthinking playing music for people and wondering what the right way to play stuff is. But really, just playing good music is playing good music. The limit is just how creative you are. So that was a really, really good experience. I appreciate everybody who came out to that night. That was a great night. Got to play a lot of my stuff. Got to play a lot of our release tracks. Got to play a lot of stuff from my friends that I'm really cool with in the community. So that was a great experience. And then the second show I did was for New Year's Eve. Shout out to CJ and shout out to Aaron for having me and inviting me for the 704 party for New Year's Eve. And that was a really, really fun time too. So the more shows I've done so far, those nerves that I had the first time kind of like completely went away, and now it's always about like, okay, what type of experience can I give people when they come to a show, when they see me DJ, more than just being nervous about making a mistake or playing the wrong song at the wrong time or messing up a transition and stuff like that. So it's definitely been a good experience.
Lot of dirt, I can call up dirt, Crowheart shirts, millions off merch, sipping, dripping, tipping, tripping, women, hey, linen, hey, dealing, killing, spinning, willing, grilling, hey, willing, hey, money, gotta, cuddle, lot of orders, dollars.
You played at 3 different venues so far now?
Yes.
And how would you describe these venues?
They're pretty nice venues. The first venue I liked a lot because it was open. It had a lot of room for people to just move around, talk, and vibe and everything. The second venue, it was a little bit of a challenge because it's more so of a restaurant space. So it gets packed, but it gets packed pretty easily. And at that show, we actually sold out completely with tickets, which is always a great thing. But the space had sold out too. So it was a packed night for sure. It's definitely a nice vibe in that restaurant, but wish it could have been a little bit more open for people to enjoy the music, because you could tell people were vibing, but they couldn't vibe as hard as they would, or what they wanted to, I would say. And then the third venue was New Year's Eve alongside Brewery, I believe. That was a great venue too, and I especially like the way the stage was laid out, where I could see everybody in front of me. And dance floor was right in front. Everybody was having a good time. There was drinks at the bar behind us and everything. The lighting was good, so that was also a good venue. So I've liked the last three of them.
She said, take your time.
Countries.
Yeah, if you could take a DJ in anywhere, what 5 countries would you want to perform in?
First country would be Ghana, because that's my home. I always want to be able to go back home and have a full circle moment, play my own music for my own people. So that's obviously one of them. Ghana, definitely. Japan, definitely. That would be a great vibe. But I'm seeing that the DJ scene in Japan has been growing a lot that I just never knew about. The DJ community and the SoundCloud community is, the more people I meet, the more I realize how big but small it is at the same time. It's like a huge audio family, I would say. But Japan would be amazing. Like the DJ scene has been growing out there. One of my bros on Love Avenue, he went out to Japan to DJ for I think a week or two, and it was just amazing seeing through his lens, his experience DJing with people, how receptive they are to the sound. And even now I'm seeing people follow me from Japan who DJ and are finding my music and playing it out for people, which is insane to me. So I would definitely love to take a trip out there and play a set out there. That would be amazing. I definitely would love to go to the UK, because one thing I always say about the UK and people from London, they're kind of always a little bit ahead of everybody else when it comes to music, sound, dare I say fashion sometimes. They're kind of ahead of the game. So whenever something comes out, when Afrikano was becoming big and everything, they were already on. They were already listening to everything that South Africans were making in full. When it comes to house music, when it comes to any type of electronic music, UK garage music, all that, they have a very I would say a very wide palette of things that they appreciate when it comes to music. So I definitely would love to play in the UK. So it's Ghana, Japan, the UK, South Africa for sure, because the sound that they've been making right now is insane. From Afrikano that I listened to when I first started listening to it back in, I want to say 2020, to the sound now, it's insane how much it's grown. And from all the people that I've met through just making music, I would love to do a group set with them one day. The fifth one, I'm not sure. Maybe another place in Europe, maybe Portugal, maybe France. Just anywhere that's more receptive, but definitely the ones I mentioned before: Ghana, Japan, UK, South Africa. Those would definitely be the ones that I would navigate to, and then maybe just a wild card for number 5.
Out of those countries, I'm sure, how many countries have already played your music for? I know you said Japan.
It's a lot. Oh, I know what number 5 would be. Brazil.
Brazil.
Okay.
Why Brazil?
Because Baile Funk is one of the main reasons why I even got into producing. Hearing Baile Funk back in 2014, I want to say, early days. Because there were a lot of producers on SoundCloud that I'm blanking on. Sango, of course, but there's a lot of different producers that make Baile Funk, but there's also different sub-genres of Baile Funk that people don't know about, that I'm still learning about, that I was listening to that made me want to even get into producing. So some of my early remixes and beats that I was making were purely baile funk. And some of the earliest tapes I made, it was wild to see sometimes in my SoundCloud stats that people in Brazil were playing my music. And there's DJs that I met through my music that are in Brazil too that would also love if I were to come over there and do a set. So that would also be another place that I would go.
I think I've asked you this question before, but how many countries has your music been played in?
I'm not sure. It's a lot. Like definitely like all over Europe, I would say. Like from Spain, France, Japan. I said Japan, that's not mind blowing. Spain, France, UK, Germany, Switzerland, like all over, like Canada. Of course, go to South Africa, South America. You go to got Brazil, got Colombia. I don't know the exact number, but it's a lot. Like it's a lot, and I'm extremely grateful because I never thought that me making music in my bedroom would reach such a wide audience. Um, and even like Asian countries, like besides Japan, like even in Korea, Burma, Thailand, Myanmar, like all these different countries, like just
How many countries have you traveled to?
literally since I moved here from Ghana, I don't think I've been outside the U.S.
Word.
Yeah, um, that's gonna change in the future. I renew my passport. That's gonna change.
Okay.
That's gonna change. But literally, I haven't like. I guess you could count Canada, but Canada is so close to the U.S. I mean, that's kind of like going out of the country, but it's kind of like a brother sister country. So but like I've been to Canada before, but I definitely need to go back. Shout out to everybody in Canada, in Toronto, holding it down. I definitely need to go back because there's so much of my friends and just people who are like really cool and genuine that I would love to do DJ sets with as well. But since I've come to the US from Ghana, I haven't been out the country. That's gonna change. That's gonna change.
And when did you move here from Ghana?
I want to say in 2002 or 2001. I was like 5 years old, really, really young. Um, I don't really remember much of Ghana other than like the um, the atmosphere. Like I remember it being really hot. Obviously, I remember like seeing the dust roads and everything, and I remember like the lunches my mom used to pack me when I go to preschool. But
Mhm.
um, definitely need to go back soon. But like I said, that's gonna change. I got my passport renewed, so I'm gonna start touring a lot more.
It's the backstage area. Um, oh shit! Yeah, you're on backstage area. This shit cool as fuck. Oh shit!
About like 5 minutes before I go back out there.
Word. What time is it?
People are gonna start coming in. It's just 7:04.
It's 7:04 already. Damn, the sun is still out. Kind of crazy. Hey,
About to. You want to do it now?
like head out there.
No, that thing you were talking about.
Oh, shoot. I mean, like we can kind of just do like we're kind of just talking right now. It can just be as casual as this, honestly. Like, yeah, nothing crazy. Cause this is just like beforehands. How you feeling?
Feeling good. I'm feeling good.
Excited?
Feeling good.
Oh, let me. Yeah, there you go.
Real excited. Real excited. I'm playing all like I want to say like half my catalog because my catalog is too big. I can't play 100% of it.
Facts.
Like I had like 60 songs, probably 70 really, and I had to cut it down to like probably 30 and that's still not enough time to get through all my music. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. It's gonna be a good night.
Any song in particular you looking for the crowd to react to or anything like that?
I don't know. I never thought about that. I got a lot of Kendrick stuff. I got some unreleased Kendrick I'm putting out. I got some unreleased Nia Sultana remixes. Probably the one I think they'll react to the most will be my Aaliyah joint, and then the joint off my latest EP, the Need You track, and then probably the track off the Selection mixtape. So I think that's what people might recognize off top.
Word. Oh man, how does it feel, man? Last year, your first show, you performed in front of maybe like 25 people.
Less than that.
Less than that, like
20.
20? Like yeah.
So
now opening for a sold out show, 900, 1,000.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yo, yeah.
First show till now, huge 180. Huge 180. Because my first show, I was nervous. I didn't know like certain buttons and keys and but now I'm just like, I'm comfortable with like anything.
Nice. What's the biggest thing you've learned so far?
Not to overthink the music, because the music is the reason people are there, and not to overthink like trying to make a super flashy transition or like scratch and whip the decks around and everything. Like the main thing people are coming for is the music, so that's the main focus I'm gonna do. So that's why I'm excited to play my whole catalog, because the music is gonna speak for itself.
Word, man.
I used to overthink it, like, oh, I gotta do this and this, but no, like at its essence, people are just here for the music. So that's what I'm gonna give.
Word, man. I'm happy for you, man.
Hell yeah.
This is so lit.
Thank you for doing this too.
Hey, man.
I didn't even ask you, like, this just organically happened. So
yeah, man. It's kind of crazy how organic this was. Yeah, I was just like, yo, like it's about time you start DJing, putting the face to the name, because like you already told me everybody knows your music, and I already knew. I've listened to your shit since college. You already know. So like,
yeah, it's been a journey, really. But this is a huge full circle moment, because I didn't even like think something like this would come like the way it did.
Right.
To be honest.
And think about it. If you didn't start DJing, you would have been prepared for this.
Exactly. So I'm grateful for everything, because last year was a crazy year, hectic year. Learning how to DJ, making music, all while juggling full-time engineering job, night coding, all that. That's a lot.
Man.
So
I just got put onto a new assignment at work too.
yeah, you know how it is. But either way, it's worth it at the end of the day. Cause
Hell yeah. Yeah, we're here, man.
This is the first of many, so.
If you want a UK with I had an AK-47 with 100 rounds. Red carpet on my Trekkie and Air Max. They want a boy with a London style. We ain't got generational wealth, got a couple of mil for my unborn child. If I pay man £100,000, I can get man bum right in front of a crowd. That's GBP. The price go up if it's USD. Better watch your words, I get you X by the shit you tweet. I told lil' bro if it's personal, he better jump out and do it on feet. We got something in common with scuba divers, work of the guys in deep. If it went to UK, would have had an AK gang outside with a samurai sword. Night tech fleece with an Air Force One. My ski mask on, but we don't snowboard. Go on a glide, leave your phone at home. What's wrong with these guys? They go and record. Sold us stroke, we was broke as hell. Well, until we broke the law. If I lived in Harlem, I would have been Mitch. Them man would have been like Ace and snitched. If it was Oakland, I would have been a pimp. If it was 1930 North Carolina, I would have been Frank with a mink. If the ops got nominated for the Brits, would have went to the ceremony with sticks, and the G17 would have came with a switch. If it went to UK, would have had an AK-47 with 100 rounds. Red carpet on my Trekkie and Air Max. They want a boy with a London style. We ain't got generational wealth, got a couple of mil for my unborn child. If I pay man £100,000, I can get man bum right in front of a crowd. That's GBP. The price go up if it's USD. 21. Better watch your words, I get you X by the shit.